My neighbors ask me why I'm limping down the way, and who that fella was who came by yesterday. I quickly turn my face before I start to blush, 'cause frankly there is nothing I can say. I've always had a thing for pushing the extremes, and I just got a thing you won't find in the magazines. This molded silicone has got me begging, please give me more of what I really need, 'cause there is no cock like horse cock. Send your asshole into shock. You need horse cock, of course cock. Grab the lube and slam the day away. My shaft is quivering and my balls are turning blue as I think of drinking in a foot or even two of my favorite stallion that I keep in my top drawer. Slip it in and I'll be dripping goo as I take more cock. Horse cock, shut the door and turn the lock. Is your cock a horse cock? You will never hear me saying nay, 'cause there is no cock like horse cock. Rub my dick inside a sock. Don't stop now, horse cock. Stretch out my insides and make me bray. My lovely horse cock, horse cock. Shoot the doop dup 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 da 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 horse cock, horse cock. Ya da 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 da.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another Nintendo Prime stream. I am Nathaniel Janc from Nintendo Prime, and what a day today. We finally got Nintendo announcing something in a very Nintendo way. I guess in almost an expected way after the Paper Mario The Origami King was announced exactly in the same way. We're about 17, 18 days away from when that launched, and now they announced Pikmin 3 Deluxe in the exact same way, not through a direct or anything else like they've done in the past. So, all right, cool. One of the main controversies I think going on with the Pikmin 3 Deluxe stuff seems to be exactly what Spade Zap is bringing up. How he says, "I'm not getting it. I'm tired of Nintendo releasing ports overpriced. Not as bad as Tropical Freeze though. I could get it for the Wii U for less than $20." And Nintendo actually made this worse. So they you can get it actually for $19.99 on the Wii U. Like that's the wholesale retail price right now for Pikmin 3 on the Wii U. But you know what you can't do anymore? You can no longer buy the DLC, which was also $20 in the eShop. That's right. When Nintendo announced Pikmin 3 Deluxe, they removed the DLC from the Wii U eShop, meaning that technically, Spade Zap, you cannot get this game for less than $20 because you cannot get the DLC, let alone the new content and other new features they've added to it as well. So technically, you can't right now. Unless you already have it, you can't get this game at all on Wii U. You can just get part of it. That being said, there's obviously people upset about the $60 price tag, even though the original game was $60. People were more upset over Tropical Freeze, which was $40 on Wii U, $60 on Switch. This game does actually add new content, new difficulty modes, and they added co-op to the entire experience, which was not part of the original game. So they've already made many more significant changes to this game for its release than they did to Tropical Freeze when they tried to justify Funky Kong mode being worth $20 more than on Wii U. Now, that doesn't mean that you have to think Pikmin 3 is worth $60 a second time around, despite the new content, the new difficulty modes, the co-op, and everything else. But, I think it's more justified than a lot of the other times Nintendo's charged $60. I think it's more justified than Mario Kart 8 Deluxe when they charged $60 for that. But, of course, the only justification Nintendo needs to charge $60 for any of these Wii U ports is that they sell. 20 plus million Mario Kart 8 Deluxe copies selling at MSRP of $59.99. Look at the sales of the other Wii U ports they brought over as well. They get away with the pricing because people buy it. Now, I honestly think out of all of the Wii U ports they have done, this is the one they've done the best job with. They've done the most work on it. So I do think that people if you ever bought Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, if you bought any of the Wii U games at $60 a pop on Switch, if you've bought any of them, just one, I don't think, in my opinion, you have a right to complain about the Pikmin 3 price. I'm saying this because you supported it on games that did less and still charged you $60. If you own a copy of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on on Switch, you have no right to bitch about the price of Pikmin 3. They added more features and more content to Pikmin 3 for the $60 than you got with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. So, I think it's just too hypocritical to buy games at one price because you really want that game, and then bitch about another game that did more to be worth the money than the game that you already spent $60 on. So, in my honest opinion, because Pikmin 3 was a $60 game on Wii U, that was without the DLC. Obviously, the prices come down. I do think it's really shitty that Nintendo took the DLC off the Wii U eShop. That's a whole nother debate we'll get into in a moment. But honestly, I've bought a lot of Wii U games on Switch already. So, I really don't care. I'm going to be buying Pikmin 3 Deluxe because Pikmin 3 is freaking amazing, and they added more content, and I could play it on the go. I'm sorry. To me, I look at the quality of the game to decide if it's worth my money. I don't look at age. A lot of people look at age of games. And we got Thark popping off with a $20 Australian super chat, which equals out to $14 in USD. But I'll let you have that extra buck and bump this up to a Crown Royale. Thank you so much. And I think you're wrong, Thark. I really like Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze. But that's neither here nor there. Ooh, that's all I got. I got about a half shot of that Crown Royale left. I'm going to have to go pick some more up. Another shot from Stare at Me. Thank you guys so much. So, cheers. And the cheap shot's not going to be much better. My beer of choice today is a Leinenkugel's Honey Weiss. This Leinenkugel's is made in my hometown. For those who don't know, anyone who's ever had a Leinie's, it is made in my hometown. Cheers. Stare at me. Anyways, I don't believe in buying a game. Like, I see people like Breezy Bird up here saying support Pikmin 3 for Pikmin more hype. I think, okay, Thark, why do you feel like the Hyrule Warriors port for Switch is the one that did the most work? Because they included the 3DS content? You mean they corrected a mistake they made on Wii U, where Wii U owners got fucked by the 3DS version being the better version of the game? It even ran at a higher FPS. I'm not going to applaud them for doing what they should have did in the first place. So I will never agree that the Hyrule Warriors port for Switch had the most work done to it when all they did was just include all the content in one package like they should have did in the first place. But that's me being personally pissed off over what they did with Hyrule Warriors and Hyrule Warriors Legends. All right, let me give shout out to everyone in the chat here. Obviously, we started out with a little passionate rant, and we're going to keep it going because I'm sure the price is going to continue to be an issue people take. And honestly, I've bought another Wii U games. I bought Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze, bought Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Why am I going to bitch about Pikmin 3 when they've added new content, added co-op to the entire game? Like that alone, let alone new difficulty modes. They added a new encyclopedia to the game. Like, this is actual new stuff they've put into this game. Not just a character that makes the game easier in Funky Kong. Like, they did something. They gave us more. I'll pay $60 for that because I want more. And I want to play it on the go. And Pikmin 3 is freaking great. I have bought, in my life, 5 copies of Breath of the Wild at full price. So why the hell do I have a problem buying Pikmin 3 twice? How many of you guys have rebought games on Virtual Console like 4 or 5 times? You know? How many of you guys have gotten like Ocarina of Time on the N64, then Ocarina of Time on the 3DS, and then Ocarina of Time on the Wii Virtual Console, then Ocarina of Time again on the Wii U Virtual Console? Like, if you're willing to, yeah, okay, they're not $60 a pop, but you add it all up, you end up spending $100+. Screw it. Pikmin 3 on the go. I'll take that bad boy any day of the week, dude. Pikmin 3 is fantastic. And the major justification Nintendo's always had for charging $60 for Wii U games is that, like, nobody bought Wii U games. So, for a lot of people who own a Switch, which is over 60 million, this is a brand new game. Let me shout out people in the chat area. Sonic Man the Best, Mr. Pete 1985, the 8th Arc. Let's see here. Mitchell Clyburn is here as well. He said he's really excited about the announcement. Not sure if you get it at launch. Spade Zap is here. Nancy Kano is here. Stare at Me is here. Mr. Pete 1985. Joe Schmo. Sweet Life of Dio Brando. Sweet Dangos is here. Bweezy Bird. Let's see. Flippin' is here. Let's see here. I think that's everyone that's chimed in the chat anyways. Flippin' mentions the best port was Captain Toad Treasure Tracker for Switch. Yeah, they added a few new levels, but they got rid of some levels too. So I don't count Captain Toad as a great one because you sacrifice content to get new content. And I didn't like that. I love Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, but I do not like that they sacrifice content and then added new content. If it would have been the complete Wii U game and then also the additional content. Now you could talk about it being up there with Pikmin 3. But again, Pikmin 3 has new content, new difficulty modes, a new encyclopedia, and they made the game 100% co-op from beginning to end. They fundamentally changed the game for people that are going to play with more than one person. That's way more changes than they've done in any of these other ports. Joe Schmo says, here's what I'm scared about. Pikmin's a small franchise. It is $60, and it is releasing in a packed holiday full of AAA titles like Call of Duty, Spider-Man, Halo, Avengers, Cyberpunk, none of which are coming to Switch. What are you worried about? So what you're saying is Pikmin's a small franchise, so it can't release at a time when all the games you mentioned aren't coming to Switch. So the 60 million plus Switch owners that can't buy those games on their platform shouldn't have a game to buy during that time? That makes no sense to me. Why are we worrying about games that aren't coming to Switch? Games that aren't coming to Switch are not going to affect the sales of games on Switch. All those games are factually coming out. So are new next-gen platforms. Guess what? None of that crap's coming to Switch. As much as I wish Call of Duty and all these games were coming to Switch, they're not. So how's it going to affect sales? If you own a Switch and that's your primary gaming platform, Pikmin is the game to buy in October. Period. End of story. And I can tell you right now, our October giveaway will be for a copy of Pikmin 3 Deluxe. Tell you that right now. Just announcing that giveaway ahead of time. It will be for a copy of Pikmin 3 Deluxe. Let me see here. Dark says, actually, Nate, that I already own the Wii U port is a minority issue. The vast majority never owned a Switch. To them, it's a new game. I know, I brought that up. I mentioned that argument. I feel like the whole Wii U argument, Nintendo's logic is hardly anyone bought Wii U, so why don't we actually make the money we wanted to make the first time around, the second time around? That's like Nintendo's logic. Except they're also adding things to the game. They could have just did a lazy port, and they didn't. They're adding things to the game. The Last of Us for $60 on PS3, then rebought the remaster on PS4. Joshua Smith is here as well. Welcome. Jason G is here. Honestly, I'm pretty meh about Pikmin as a whole. So yeah, dude, Pikmin's great. Have you ever played Pikmin? I mean, it's okay. It's not going to be for everyone. Not every game's for everyone. But I really love Pikmin a lot. Remember when they said Sony would not make us buy games again? Yeah, that's not happening. Maybe for PS1 games, but I was told since I had a black flag on PS3, it would be free on PS4. I don't know why we're talking about that, but okay. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe was the best Switch port. It was the same game. If you own... Why was Mario Kart 8 Deluxe the best Switch port when it was the same game as you could play on Wii U? They added nothing to the game. It's just the same game with the DLC. There was nothing new. At all. Literally, it was just the Wii U game with the DLC. If you want the bitch, Koei Tecmo and Atlas are the worst. Why buy Dynasty Warriors or Persona? You know eventually a new version with more features is coming. Oh, dude, they're really bad. Dynasty Warriors and Persona, dude, they released so many versions of the same game. It's crazy. $60 a pop, new version of the game. Added a little bit more content. It's pretty crazy. Makes me excited for the 3D World port, honestly. Nice. Yep, that's going to be definitely happening at some point. Joshua Smith says he's still waiting for the Prime Trilogy, one of the last couple Wii U games not on Nintendo Switch. Pikmin 3 Deluxe was a good announcement today. Star Fox Zero is another big one out there. Zombie U, which actually was already been ported to Xbox and PlayStation 4. I don't know why we can't get that. Come on, Ubisoft, let's go. Zombie U is great. Luigi's Mansion 3 came out at the end of October last year. Was that their big holiday game? The answer is no. No, it wasn't. So they kind of view this as the Luigi's Mansion 3 this year. They're hoping to sell 3, 4, 5 million of it and call it a day. And we'll see what happens. It's a great game. That's the thing. Like, this is a legitimately good game that I hope sells well just because it is a good game and hardly anyone played it the first time around. Birdman's here. Welcome. He says, I'm sorry. Flippin mentioned that the next ports we need to see are Wind Waker and Twilight Princess HD for Switch. Look to next year. Next year is the 35th anniversary of Zelda, so look to next year to maybe get those games. Birdman says, I really am hyped for Pikmin 3 Deluxe on Switch. I've never owned a Wii U, so this is the perfect time to get it. Nice. You're going to love it, dude. Pikmin is a fantastic franchise. Pikmin 3 might be the best of all the Pikmin games. And now that it's got like a co-op play throughout the whole thing, like, dude, grab a friend. Oh, man. Dude, Pikmin's perfect for co-op play. Jason G said, I tried the first one a while back. Maybe I didn't give it enough of a shot. But 3 has a lot. They've made a lot of improvements to the game since the first one. 3 to me kicks the shit out of Pikmin 1. But to each their own. They added an actually good battle mode for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, which was the biggest problem in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. They did change the battle mode. But to me, that's such a minor change. Most people don't play Mario Kart for the battle mode. It's such a minor thing to me. I mean, that's like Funky Kong and Tropical Freeze. It's such a small thing. Ivory in the house is here. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe had two item slots, I suppose. I don't really know that makes the game better, but Neil Agas says, what's up, Nate? In chat, I just wanted to say, what up? I'm taking my kid to the pool. Nice. I took my kids to the beach earlier today, so there wasn't hardly anyone there, thankfully. It's just a small beach on a lake, so it's not like a ocean beach or something. Nintendo did say all first and second party ports have to have new content, even if it's lame multiplayer like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. God, it's still something. I like Zombie on PC because of the controls. Okay, Zombie U on Wii U was fantastic. It's like the one game that really took advantage of the gamepad in a smart way. The Artisans here says 2 Wii U ports so far this year: Tokyo Mirage, Pikmin 3, a Wii port, Xenoblade Chronicles, 2 new Switch games, Animal Crossing, Paper Mario Origami King. Well, yep, that's kind of been their strategy this year. It's been the year of ports, but I'm not surprised. We're in a pandemic, so the year of ports makes a lot of sense. Master Bear Jedi says, been talking to folks today about how Nintendo hasn't been communicating. I just got to say, I feel a little vindicated. Just 17 days ago, people were complaining that Nintendo had nothing else for 2020. I've talked about that too. I think it's not that, I don't know, like, personally, as someone who has complained about it, like, I don't really feel like you should feel vindicated. We've never reached a point where a game comes out and we don't know what's coming next. For 17 days, we had no idea what's coming next. And now, if we get nothing, and then nothing else, and then all of a sudden this game comes out and then we don't know what's coming next. We've never had that happen in the history of Nintendo. We've never not known what's coming next. So I don't know what you feel vindicated about just because they finally announced the game. My oldest son has been bugging me every 5 minutes for some reason. Let's see here. Everyone forgets about Xenoblade Chronicles X. Yep, that's the one that needs to come over as well. Wheezy Bird says, are you surprised they didn't bother adding DLC for the Mario Kart 8 port despite it being currently the Switch's best-selling title? Nope, because I think they've been making Mario Kart 9. Be ready. It's coming one of these years. Skyward Sword HD has never existed, though. That would be a brand new thing for them to do. Joe Schmo says, Element 3 is a far bigger franchise than Pikmin, though. Well, let's look at the sales. Because that's the only way you can determine how big a franchise is. So let's look at Luigi's Mansion sales. Now, I know Dark Moon did well. The first Luigi's Mansion sold 2.5 million copies. Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon sold, let's see here. That's debut sales. So Dark Moon sold 5.2 million. And Luigi's Mansion 3. So it went from 2.5 to 5.2. And then Luigi's Mansion 3 right now is at 6.3. So it's gotten bigger with every release. Whereas if you look at Pikmin sales, you're not going to see that kind of trend. The first game back on GameCube, Pikmin 1 sales. Sorry, I need to be more specific about the Pikmin sales here. Let's see here. Here we go. We got a comparison of all three sales. So, no, that's only the first week sales. I don't want the first week. That's Japan too. I want. Why? You know how hard it is to find complete video game sales sometimes. It's really dumb. All right. So here we go. Here's a little something. So the first Pikmin game sold 1.6 million. Pikmin 2 only sold 1.12. And then Pikmin 3 sold 1.26. So it's a factually smaller franchise than Luigi's Mansion 3, no doubt. But you could also argue, and this is something I will argue until the cows come home, that the Pikmin games never had a fair shake. Think about it. Pikmin 1 and Pikmin 2 released on the GameCube. The GameCube to date is the second worst selling Nintendo home console of all time. Pikmin 3 was released on the worst selling Nintendo home console of all time. They have not released a actual full-blown Pikmin game on NES, SNES, N64, Wii, or Switch. Those are the platforms that Nintendo has had the most success. And then when you want to talk about handheld, sure, we got a 3DS entry. Hey, Pikmin. It wasn't a real Pikmin game. So we haven't seen them release Pikmin on any of their popular platforms. Even Luigi's Mansion, that was a launch title on GameCube, only sold 2.6 million. But then it ended up selling 4+ million on 3DS, a much more popular platform, and 6+ million on Switch. Again, another really popular platform. Pikmin has never had a release on a popular platform ever. Pretty much, when you hear, oh, a new Pikmin game is coming, you might as well just say that platform is going to be dead. Because they've never had Pikmin release on a popular platform. So I don't think it's fair to talk about popularity of IPs when Pikmin hasn't had the same kind of fair shake Luigi's Mansion has had. It's not like the first Luigi's Mansion sold so well that we deserved a second one. So, yeah, I'm just gonna say it. Pikmin in general has never had a fair shake. This release right now, this Pikmin 3 Deluxe is probably the fairest shot Pikmin's ever had on a popular platform, ever in the history of the franchise. What's up, Luigi's fam? Welcome to the stream. Nestor Alvarado's at the stream too. 1,000 Year Door with an epilogue would have been the first choice for a remaster for you. Nice. Man, we have a lot of people in the chat today. I want to remind everyone to drop a like on the stream and everything. Let's see if we can get the stream up to 40 likes, 40+ likes like we did yesterday, huh? Let's do it. Also down here we have our little super chat shot chart thing. You do super chats, you can get your questions in, you can request music as well. And also I'll do shots of different stuff for different levels. For those who don't know how that goes. We got James C13 here as well. There's so much going on in the chat. I can't even keep up. There's so much. I might have to start skipping around a little bit. Let's see here. Thank you guys so much for showing up strong today in the chat. Let's see here. Computer Robots is here. Says, do you guys got any plans this week? Content. I'm just making YouTube content, living my life, taking care of my kids, all that jazz. Preparing for school for both my kids and me, because apparently they are doing school in person at the end of this month. And I have college starting in a week and a half. Let me see here. The artisan says Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze 2, one of the best platformers I've ever played, and Abala smashed 100% of that game. He gets mad respect for that, dude. Yeah, dude, I like Tropical Freeze, man. I like it a lot. Yeah, Master Jedi mentions that Zombie U on Wii U had the best usage of the gamepad I've ever seen. I totally agree. Like, literally, it's better than any use Nintendo ever came up with it for. Let's see here. Let's see here. Jury's out because no overall consensus. Though after finishing both the trilogy and Tropical Freeze, in my opinion, I know what's better, but many others have different opinions, and that's cool. Yep. I played all of the Donkey Kong Country games. I think they're all really great. I've never really sat down to rank them though. So Master Bear Jedi felt justified because people kept saying definitively. Well, who would say that? People who said that definitively are just the doom and gloom people. You can basically ignore people that are like, definitively Nintendo's not releasing anything the rest of this year. It's like, no, they just haven't announced it yet. It's frustrating that they haven't announced it yet. But like people sometimes overreact. And a lot of the people that are doom and gloom like that aren't Nintendo fans anyways. Imagine the outrage if 3DS ports start being made to the Switch. I don't think there'd be much outrage because you'd have to take all those 3DS games and put them in HD. So if they took 3DS games, put them in HD, and released them on Switch, I don't think you people would be pissed about that because the games are in HD. Like, you have to basically completely remake the game to do that. So yeah, I don't think people would actually be mad about that. I saw the 2 Pikmin movies. Those things were legit. I can't believe it took 12 years to make a sequel to Luigi's Mansion. Hey, just be happy you got it. We have Cosmo Affinity here. So is that Pikmin 3 Switch thumbnail not real? What do you mean? We're getting Pikmin 3 Deluxe? What are you talking about? Pikmin 3 Deluxe was announced today, officially. Check out my last video. Pikmin 3 Deluxe is happening. It comes out on October 30th. Not a rumor, not a leak. It's legit. It's out. It's coming. It was announced by Nintendo. Red Chaos 173 says this is a great decision for Nintendo adding Pikmin 3 Deluxe on the Switch. I agree. The theory is that the new stuff for Pikmin 3 Deluxe is a tease for 4. Could be, because there's been a lot of Miyamoto in the past saying, that 4 is almost done, but then they never really went anywhere with it. Ask Siri on your phone a few Mario questions. No, thank you. Thark says, is raw sales or sales as a percentage of console sales a better call? Is 3 mil of 60 million Switch sales or 1 mil of 20 million GameCube sales better? Random numbers, but you get my point. I don't think that either is good. Because that 20 mil that bought GameCube were a very specific type of audience that bought GameCube. Whereas on 60 million Switch Plus sales, you have such a wide variety of people that bought Switch. So, I don't think it's fair to compare the percentages that way, where you have 1 mil on doesn't that equal out to 3 mil on 60? Yes, from a math perspective, but it's not the same. It's just because you have to consider the types of consumers there are. There are probably more people on Switch that would be willing to buy a Pikmin game today than there was on GameCube. Now, we'll see. Sales will bear that out. Maybe it only cracks 1 million and it just turns out that Pikmin, nobody cares about Pikmin. And that's possible. I guess we'll find out. Will Pikmin 3 Deluxe have online? The only thing online we know, I believe the bingo battle might be able to be played online. I'm not 100% sure on that either. I went through some of the Nintendo stuff today. It doesn't seem like they talked much about online, so I'm not sure if any of it will be online. But maybe someone else saw something somewhere to say otherwise. I'm not 100% sure on that. So I don't want to put false information out there. I don't know. Fizz GG or Fizz G Gig says, just went to eBay and bought Pikmin 1 and 2 on GameCube. Better get it while it's lower. It's going to skyrocket, guys. Yeah, might. Luigi Fan says, it would be amazing if they remade Luigi's Mansion 1 on Switch. And I know they did it on 3DS, but why not on Switch? I thought it was a mistake when they did it on 3DS. They should have waited and did it on Switch, in my opinion. James East 13 says, I didn't know it was announced. I'm so excited. Yeah, dude, Pikmin 3 Deluxe, it's happening. October 30th. They have new content in the game. So they have new mission content, some new single player content. They have added new difficulty modes that didn't exist before. They have made it so you can play co-op 100% through the whole game. Those are the 3 huge changes that they've made to this game. They also added an optional hint thing. So for people that struggle with the game, you can get hints. That wasn't part of the original game as well. That's another change too, that I don't think most of us will take advantage of, but some people might. You never know. You remember the hint system they used to use on Wii U for a couple games? Could be something like that. Wheezy Bird says, also, if you consider this production cost of said game sales. Woo! Would you prefer SSRCR85 says, welcome to the stream. Would you prefer a Mario Odyssey 2 or a new concept? I mean, Mario Odyssey might be my favorite 3D Mario game, so it's easier for me to be like, oh, I would prefer Mario Odyssey. But I don't know. That's a tough one. That one I legit don't have an answer for. I probably would prefer a new concept, but I just don't think we're going to get a new concept. So I might prefer it all I want, but doesn't mean it's happening. Checking something here. Okay. Eric Wolf is here. Welcome to the stream, man. Says, chat and Nintendo Prime, shitty games. Glad to be able to watch live. Oh, shitty times, not shitty games. I'm sorry that you're having such a shitty time, man. Luigi's Fan says, I mean, they actually had the idea for 3D during development. James E13 says they're probably going to have just shadow drops for most of the first party and just keep the directs to partner showcases. That's possible. Entirely possible. Their last 2 major announcements came through just dropping stuff on social media, so we'll see. We shall see. That's all I can say right now. We'll see, baby. We will see. So I heard there's some Shin Megami Tensei 5 news out there, but I haven't actually seen the news. Something about how it might be coming sooner in 2021 than people think, but I don't know. I haven't actually seen the news anywhere, so. What's up, Something Bit? Welcome to the stream. Brennan Stryker is here as well. Welcome to the stream, everyone. Oh, your roommate passed away? Man, sorry to hear that. That's always tough to lose someone you care about. Flippin says, so now that Pikmin 3 Deluxe has been confirmed, do you think the 2D Metroid rumor might be a possibility? It's always a possibility. There's been so many rumors out there. Next thing you know, all the rumors are true. And heck, we're getting Star Fox Racing next year. There's so many rumors out there. So I don't know. I'm not going to say it can't be true. I don't know. Segwin the Pikachu fan is here. Welcome to the stream, man. Hope you're having a lovely time. Remember, guys, all of our little shot stuff over here. So the beer today is a Lining Kugel's Honey Weiss for our cheap shots. We have the Arbor's Mist Pink Moscato Raspberry for the wine shots. We have our Hypnotic, of course, for the next tier up. And then we're actually out of the whiskeys at the Crown Royal Apple's empty now. And the Jack is empty as well, so I'm gonna have to get some replenishments there. So for those shots, I'll just do some mixes. I'll mix some stuff together. I do have things to do the Get Iced. It's just gonna be in cans. I've got a Black Cherry Fizz Seagram to chug down, and then also a Black a blueberry acai lemonade to chug down as well if we happen to get any $20 USD super chats or donations and stuff in. Those are kind of the ones today that I got. Luigi Fan says, what would you think if Nintendo released Super Mario 3D World? I mean, they're going to. I think they're going to release it in January. Something Bit is here. I don't know why they're doing a bunch of dots, but welcome. Bunch of periods. John Goku, welcome to the stream. Says, Paper Mario came true. Now Pikmin came true. What's going on? I don't know. Next up should be Mario Collection. That's been like the big one. So I think that's probably next to get announced. We'll see how they decide to announce that one. Since that, the Mario Collection one I always thought was the strangest one. Because if you think about what's included in that Mario Collection, right? You have Mario 64. That's supposedly remastered into HD, right? Like, that alone Nintendo could release and sell for $60. Okay? Then they're doing the same thing to Sunshine. And then they're doing it to Galaxy 1 and 2. Like, to me, each of those games in Nintendo fashion would be $60 releases. So to imagine that they're all packed together for one $60 release, it's a little hard to believe. It really is. But they did do an All-Stars collection on SNES at one point. So maybe Nintendo's trying to throw everyone a bone, and because it's such a value, they think it'll end up selling 20, 30, 40 million copies. And if it does that, like, well, okay, then why does Nintendo care? Because they're going to sell so many, they'll make so much money off it. And then maybe that's a precursor for a Zelda 3D collection next year, or you get Twilight Princess HD, Skyward Sword HD, Wind Waker HD, and who knows? Maybe they decide to bring Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask in the HD. Sorry for the bunch of dots. You're just testing something. It's okay, dude. I test stuff all the time. Pikmin 3 got removed out the Wii. Did the entire game get removed out the eShop? I know they took the DLC down on the Wii U eShop, but they took the game down too. It's just so weird. It's just weird. I mean, I'm surprised they haven't closed the eShop altogether on Wii U yet, but it's weird. Eric Will says, I'm also drinking Black Cherry Fizz and Blue Acai Lemonade. I wish I could toss you a 5 to drink with me. Eventually, I'll get it together. It's okay, man. We're all there. We've all been in rough spots. I'm in a, I don't want to say a rough spot. From next week, actually from this Saturday on forward the rest of this month, I'm good for a while. The channel's been doing really good. Yulia, her new job, her big paychecks from her new job start coming in next week. I got college money coming, and yeah, we have some additional bills now that we're paying off a new car, but we're all good. Everything is going smooth. I'm just waiting on some confirmation on my FAFSA stuff, which has been really frustrating waiting for it. There was a long process for me to even get approved, and now I don't know. I'm supposed to get an email, but the email still has not arrived. And I check my student email every single day. But is what it is. I don't really control it. I don't know that anyone... everything's really slow because of the COVID stuff everywhere. So that's probably why it's taking all this extra time. Thark says, just a reminder, we've had an OG Game Boy game ported to the Switch, so anything's possible. Anything is possible! Something's up with the leakers. Some things they've said have come true. Yep, happens. Sometimes leaks are legit. Why did they put Yokai Watch in Smash if it started as a TV show? I don't know. Yokai Watch. I didn't know it started as a TV show. I don't know much about Yokai Watch. Is Yokai Watch a TV show? I'm not seeing anything TV show-wise. Everything I see about Yokai Watch is Yokai Watch started as a video game franchise in 2013. Created by Level 5 and is a multimedia, mixed media franchise of role-playing video games and toys. Everything I'm seeing on it says it started as a video game. Let me look up the anime. Okay. Yokai Watch had a remake TV series. Hold on, in 2019. Hold on. Yeah, no, started as a video game. All the Yokai Watch anime is based on the video games. So Yokai Watch started as a video game. So that at least from what I could tell, it looks like Yokai Watch started as a video game, not an anime. Anime came in 2014. The first game came in 2013. What did they take the 3DS version of Ocarina of Time for Switch? How much would you buy it? I wouldn't. It needs to be in HD. That's not an HD game. So no thanks. It would be blurry as hell. Let me tell you, 240p on a 1080p, even on a 720p screen. No thanks. Jinchurky89 said, "Sup, Nate? I'm going to be a dad soon. Any advice on taking care of newborns?" First time dad, I'm guessing. Oh, every kid's different. So there isn't. People always want advice, and like the advice can, in my experience, advice on parenting can only be given after a child is in this world, and you can kind of get some experience with the kid, because every kid is different. So like you can read parenting books, you can get this, you can hear advice from people, but like the advice doesn't matter until you experience something. Like, oh, my child's having a hard time sleeping through the night. Oh, my child has a hard time burping. My child is this. My child is that. Because some children are freaking angels and perfect and sleep through the night from day one and have no issues and are awesome. One of our kids was like that. So, like, there's not really any advice to give other than make sure the child is your number one priority. And, yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, I'm not going to tell you if you should breastfeed or not, or bottle feed. That's your own personal choice. Like, there's no advice to give until you start to experience things. And then if you experience things that you feel like you need advice on, then I can give advice based on the 3 kids I've taken care of. And in childcare, I've worked in childcare before. But I don't think there's any advice to give personally when you're having a newborn. Outside of the fact that, be prepared, because most of them don't sleep through the night, so your sleep schedule is going to be really messed up. If you're still with the girl that you're having the kid with, be prepared for her potentially to have postpartum depression. But none of this might happen, so it might not be a problem. But postpartum depression is a real thing, and it sucks. And you have to really step up big if you're with the girl to help her out. But I don't really know what else to tell you, because every kid's different. Let's see here. Wheezy Bird. Analysts say that Nintendo's past quarter made 70 billion yen. Animal Crossing already hit 20 million sales. Yep, that sounds about right. James E13 says, just got a Switch in May locally for $260 with Odyssey, Breath of the Wild, Luigi's Mansion 3, Link's Awakening, and a Breath of the Wild case. That is a hell of a deal. Congrats on that deal. That is a sick deal. If you leak enough, something is bound to happen. The stream looks lit as fire, says Yoshi YT. Welcome to the stream. Lighten it up. Something bit. Pikmin 3 Deluxe is good for me. I didn't have a Wii U. As Zoidberg the Wise says, a feast is a feast. Oh my God, Zoidberg. Nice. Matthew Bobby's here. Welcome. Says, I'd love to see 3DS ports for the Switch. Kid Icarus Uprising was fantastic. Yes, it was. Ebernoy, welcome, man. Says, what up, Nate? I'm super happy that Pikmin 3 Deluxe is coming to Switch. I had the Wii U version, and I will get this version. Pikmin 3 deserves to sell better than it did. Yes, it does. Then again, none of the Pikmin games have sold much more than 1 million. But we'll see. Maybe this will be the breaking news. Maybe it'll sell 3, 4, 5 million. We'll see. See what happens. Yoshi YT, you just subscribed? Thanks so much for just subscribing. It hasn't popped up in my stream. Unless you did it earlier today. But thank you so much for being a new sub to the channel. Dude, the channel's been popping off lately, guys. Like, seriously. Think about this. For some of our regulars that are at all the streams and watch all the videos. Okay. So, before my first video released yesterday, my channel was at 45,102 subscribers. Okay? As of right now, We're at 45,235 subscribers. For those who don't know, we usually are losing like 4 or 5 subscribers a day because the channel's been kind of dead for a while. But since yesterday, we've gained 130 subs from yesterday to today, from the release of the video yesterday to today. My videos on average only get, between 500 to 1,000 views. Yesterday's Mario video, 3,316. The next video, 2,152. My stream, 767. Most of my streams sit around 200 to 300. My Pikmin 3 video today, already over 1,000 today. Like things are popping off. We have a live stream. We have 40 plus concurrent. We had 50, 60 plus yesterday. We have all these new faces in the live chat. Like, I don't know what the hell is happening over the last 24 hours, but my channel is popping the F off. So thank you guys so much. It's awesome. I'm just glad to see that my channel's moving in a back in an upwards direction, like out of nowhere. So the Powerade Breath of the Wild Enhanced controller, god damn. That is a killer deal, James. You really fleeced him. Holy crud. Once you have experience and you can explain things that you're experiencing with your child, so then like I can know how to better guide you. I've experienced so many different ends of the spectrum with kids. Like one of my sons, Aiden, when he was born, he had an infection right away. So they had to get him on antibiotics, and it was really touch and go there for a moment. He had a heart murmur. We were in the hospital for 14 straight days. No one could even see him except us. Like, all family wanted to see him, couldn't see him. We couldn't have him in the room. So yeah, like I've been through a lot, and I have a kid who's got massive depression and temper tantrums even to this day, and she's almost 10 years old. And is in therapy, and so like I've got kids at I got another kid that's like a perfect angel and basically a genius with a super high IQ. Like I got kids like all over the damn spectrum. It's crazy. So I have a lot of experience with some very different types of kids. So I'm good at giving advice once people need advice, I guess. Let's see here. Supposedly it came into circulation, I think you were trying to say there, in 2012, but later released in volumes. I have no idea. I don't know enough about Yokai Watch. Everything I read online said anime 2014, game 2013, but I have no freaking idea. I don't know enough about Yokai Watch. Edward Noy says, your channel is going up because you're being consistent with content. As long as you keep this up, the channel will continue to grow. I've been consistent for a couple of weeks, and I wasn't seeing growth. I was seeing the opposite. And then all of a sudden, the last 24 hours, bam. One thing that happened, oddly enough, I stopped doing Prime News. So that sucks in a way because I like making Prime News episodes. But Prime News episodes weren't getting very many views. I started going back to individual videos in the last day where I'm not on camera for them. I do a lot more gameplay and a lot of different edits in them. So a lot of voiceover gameplay with different edits. It's something I used to do in 2017, 2018 more often. I'm still planning to be on camera for certain types of videos. And even some of these individual news videos, like I'm technically, the audio is being recorded with like I'm on camera, but I'm just covering myself up. So there might be times when I have a cool reaction, or like I want to be in front of you guys saying something, a specific thing, especially if it's like an editorial kind of video. But yeah, I don't know. Over the last day, things are going well, and maybe that's just the direction I got to take my channel. I got to keep doing like voiceover gameplay and all the jazz for a while. Let's see here. Why is that hidden? Why is Gavin's message hidden? He just said hi. Jack C, 26 years old, welcome, says hello, Nate. Thark says, Nate, contest idea. Add in a code word you need to watch the stream for. Would help get the Q&A stream viewers and see the real you. The real me might also scare people away. Pikmin 3 Deluxe looks decent. Ed, you masked up. I'm gonna read Edward's comment because he didn't mean to hide him. It says Jinchurky89 said, "We are told that I am lucky to be able to be there in the delivery room because they weren't allowing the spouse or family member a few weeks ago." Yeah, with COVID stuff. Yeah, they were being a lot stricter, but some of those restrictions have lifted. When are they going to give us that Metroid Prime trilogy? Waiting forever. I have no idea, man. Probably not till next year. I guess at the earliest at this point. One of those days my butt takes control of my phone. Kind of off topic. Ever played Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection? Nope, I'm not a fighting game fan, so I haven't played it. Luigi's Mansion 3 is better than Luigi's Mansion. I'd have to go replay the first one. I really enjoyed 3. I like 3 way the hell more than Dark Moon. I'd be hard-pressed to put it over the first one. The first one still has a lot of charm and some originality with all the different types of ghosts that still don't exist, even going into the 3rd iteration. But Luigi's Mansion 3 is great. LM3 is Muchioso great. I know I still have to make my better late than never impression video on that. I need to do it soon. I probably should make it right before. I probably should at least record the audio and the script for it right before I start on Fire Emblem Three Houses. So then I could just worry about some editing and some footage and stuff. Thing is, I don't have a lot of footage of LM3 either. I hardly recorded anything. So I'm going to have to borrow footage. I don't know. Maybe I should start with Fire Emblem Three Houses for a better late than never. I don't know. I feel like it's better for me to make an impression video while I'm playing the game than when I decide I'm done. Because I'm not trying to review the games. I'm just trying to give impressions. I don't have to finish a game to do impressions. Luigi's Mansion 3 is the same. I haven't played Paper Mario, so I can't talk about those restrictions. I have no idea what you're talking about. Metroid Prime 3 is the best story of the Prime series. Probably. I think I can agree with that. I remember you got stuck in the one room in LN3. Yeah, don't remind me. I never got stuck in the rest of the game. But for some reason, that one room was so stupid. I felt stupid, I guess I should say. It wasn't stupid. I felt stupid. But what you gonna do? For a Klondike bar. Channel glad I subbed about a week ago, says James. Lit channel. Nice. Well, I'm glad you enjoy it, man. I try my best. Things don't always go my way. I'm a family man. I got 3 kids. A lot of kinks in my plans happen because of my children. So a lot of the stuff I do is working around my kids, working around college, working around other jobs that I do, especially on weekends. I have a job. So a lot of what I do here at the channel has to work around the reality of my life. So there is an issue at times where I'll be consistent for a little bit here and all of a sudden I'll vanish for a few days. And I'm not trying to do that. Especially over weekends. It's life. So it is hard to stay consistent, as a father of 3 in college, having a different job. But, Gin Turkey says, to be honest, I appreciate review content isn't part of a deadline because you're not under pressure to get to enjoy the game. Yeah, I guess I understand that, but I want to be clear. I'll be clear when I release my very first video in the Better Late Than Never series that I am not reviewing the game. This is not a review. It's not going to be comprehensive. It's not going to go over every little detail. It's not going to have a rating. It's just going to be my thoughts after spending some time with the game. Whether that time was an hour, 10 hours, 30 hours, don't know. I'll be pretty upfront about how much time I spent in the game or where my progress stopped before I made the review. But yeah, a review. It's not a review. See, again, I have a hard time not calling it a review because it's not a review. It's just impressions. And you can either take it or leave it, the impressions. I don't know if they'll help anyone out in making purchasing decisions or it won't. I have no idea. You guys either care about them or you don't. I guess I'll find out when I release my first one. Segwin the Future Fan says, Paper Mario said they couldn't modify characters to have different genders or age groups, and all the characters are mainly just toads like all the Goombas in Luigi's Mansion 3. Yeah, I have no idea. I just got stuck in the Amazing Spider-Man the other day on Twitch. I was supposed to take a picture of a banner with Spider-Man on it. I was swinging all over the block and then looked at a YouTube video. All I had to do was move the camera up. Wasted like 12 minutes. Dude, I wasted days figuring out how to get out of that room. Like maybe half of my playtime in the Luigi's Mansion 3 is stuck in that room. Other M is the best story. Haha, kidding. I got soft locked in a room in that thanks to a glitch and just rage quit. Never went back to it. Bought that drink coaster of a game for. I like Other M, so I like Other M. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't want to get in a big debate about Other M, but I like the game. I think the voice acting sucks at times, but I like the game. AAA companies need to release more games on Switch. I wish they would. EA, Activision, Ubisoft. I wish they would, but... Yeah, and please make sure to include the time frame as to when it becomes good to enable the option to pass or purchase. What do you mean? I'm not going to tell people whether they should buy the game or not. That's not really the point. The point of it's just to give my impressions on the game. I'm not really here to make purchasing decisions for people. I feel like that's what a real review is for. I played a game and I'm going to give my thoughts, and that's it, because that's what I want to do, not because I'm trying to help other people. That's why I don't know how successful that series will be, because I don't know how many people are going to care about my thoughts on individual games. Well, we'll see. I don't know if I'm going to start with LO3 because it's been so long since I was done with that game. And now that I'm going to be starting a longer game here in Fire Emblem 3 Houses, I think I might start the series of Fire Emblem 3 Houses now. Give some fresher thoughts on that. Since it'll be more fresh in my mind, but we'll see. Sitting outside watching this, nice. It's like 25 outside here. Damn, not here. It's like 75 here. You can only play Dead Space 3 on PS4 and Xbox on the worst Dead Space. No comment. No commento. Did I say commento? Jesus. What's wrong with me today? Same thing that's wrong with me every day. I attempted to take over the world. Pinky in the brain. Pinky in the brain. One is a genius. The other one's insane. Love that show. Popping back to my childhood. I think Tony Hawk is coming on Switch, right? As far as I'm aware, it is not coming to Switch. Tony Hawk Pro Skater. Fairly certain it's not coming to Switch. $77 degrees Fahrenheit sounds a lot better. You must have been using Celsius or something. Oh, yeah. Matthew Bobby says, I would like a AAA companies to make games specifically for the Switch rather than give us watered-down ports of games I can buy for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. I'd rather have both. I want the multi-platform games and exclusive games. Why not? I don't care if it's greedy. They do it for other companies, so let's go. I want it. I want it. I don't know why college sports is bothering to have a season this year. Like, okay, so Big Ten football put out their really weird schedule today. And then immediately after it came out, the hashtag Big Ten United went trending as over 1,000 players, like sports players in Big Ten schools, have bonded together to basically say they don't want to play. But they have a proposal if schools want them to play, and the proposal, to be fair, isn't like outlandish. There's a lot of stuff with testing and player assurances and hazard-related economic support, and that I think that's the big one that college is going to put passion on, because college doesn't like to give money to athletes, even though the colleges make hand over fist money off of the athletes. But yeah, there's a lot of I don't know why college sports are even having a season. I mean, I think baseball is going to get shut down too. So, I would like AAA companies to make games specifically for... Oh, yeah, I already read that. Jinjerky says, not necessarily purchase, but as to how long it takes for it to get entertaining. For example, I was playing Uncharted 1 and had to drop it after 5 hours because it didn't hook me in the gameplay. I mean, Luigi's Mansion 3 hooked me in the first 30 seconds. So, there you go. Buy LM3. Hooked me in 30 seconds. Sonic Man the Best says, what are your thoughts on U.S. manufacturing no longer making things in imperial units? I went to work the other day and signs were converted over to metric. I think there is a movement in the underbelly of the United States to try to get most things in the U.S. over to the worldwide used metric system. And you know it'll get for real if we ever get rid of miles per hour and change it to kilometers per hour. If that day arrives, then you know it's really changed in the U.S. But I think this is the underbelly movement happening to try to get us to the same system the rest of the world uses. Crash Bandicoot 4 is not coming to Switch either. I'm definitely blaming Activision itself rather than the devs. Well, yeah, the decisions usually aren't made by the devs. It's made by people who aren't even making the games. Like, the only reason we got the Crash Bandicoot trilogy on Switch is because a random developer took source code home and ported it to Switch and then ported a level and proved to the upper management that it can run on Switch. Like, it's not the developers that are typically at fault for why a game's not on Switch. It's people above them that make that decision, especially at these bigger companies. Now, you can blame the developers at smaller indie studios because usually the guy in charge is also the head developer. But not so at these bigger Activision, EAs, Ubisofts. Those decisions are made by people well above the devs' pay grade. So, what are your thoughts on Overcooked 2 or the first one? Okay, so I haven't played Overcooked 2, so I can't talk much about it. I did play Overcooked. We even live streamed it a while back. Eric and I played it. Eric from the Nintendo Prime podcast, and we had a blast. Overcooked is a lot of fun, and I'm sure Overcooked 2 is just more crazy fun. So, yeah. Love it. Overcooked is it's just it's fun. Fast-paced. Very fast-paced game, but it's fun as hell. Later, Flippin'. Have a good one, man. Flippin' is flipping out. Peace. All right. I feel that the left lane on any freeway with 3 to 4 lanes should have no speed limit like Germany's Autobahn. Feel how you want. I'm not gonna have that guy not have enough knowledge to make that kind of decision. Favorite game by Team 17? I don't remember who Team 17 game. 1 second. Overcooked, Moving Out, Porsche, Neo Abyss. They make quite a bit. Let me actually make sure these are all correct. I mean, Overcooked's probably the only game of theirs I've played. Yeah, they've made a lot of games. I'm sure they're all pretty good. But yeah, Overcooked's the only one I played, so that would be my favorite for now. But literally, I have nothing else to compare it to. Do you already have talked about Mario 3D Remaster, says Movie Town. Welcome to the stream. What would you like me to talk about with them? They've been brought up a few times. What would you like to talk about when it comes to the Mario 3D remasters? Stare at Me says, hey, Nate, I got to go get my kid. See you next time. Later, Stare at Me. Thank you for joining the stream. I appreciate you stopping out. And thank you so much for your $2 Canadian super chat earlier. Appreciate the support as always. Oh, let's see here. Movie Town says, hey man, what's your top 3 Nintendo Switch games? I'm gonna go with Switch exclusive games in this case. Well, you know what? I always do that. Let's just go my overall. If the game's on Switch, it counts. Doesn't matter if it's on other platforms. Number 1's Breath of the Wild. Number 2 is gonna be Mario Odyssey. God, and I'm really tempted to put Witcher at number 3. I really like Witcher, and I think it plays really well on Switch. Witcher 3. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Witcher 3 at number 3. Capcom should put RE7, RE2 remastered, RE3 remastered to Switch will be huge. Would be. Resident Evil 7 is on Switch through cloud gaming in Japan, but not anywhere else. At the same time, by federal law, most packages of products must label U.S. customary units. Certain units differ from Imperial, but most are the same. And metric units. That is why you see both on things in stores. That's so weird. But welcome to the United States. We do weird things. We do. Hey, can you... Is the Lego... Okay, so I've seen videos on... Can you buy Lego Mario now? Like, is it available to actually purchase? Nope, it's still on pre-order. Okay. Because I saw some YouTube videos like making the SNES, and I've seen some videos of the Mario Lego sets. But they're not actually available to buy yet. Like you can pre-order them. Sorry, you can spend money on it, but you can't buy it publicly yet. Okay. I was just checking. I was like, oh man, can you buy them yet? I might have a lot of Mario Lego requests from my children coming up for Christmas. So, what's up, Brian C? How are you doing? Welcome to the live stream. Hey, Nate. Hope you're having an awesome day. I am. Thank you for asking. James E13 has to go. See you later. Glad you had a good time. Jim Turkey says they should bring back Beautiful Joe. Yes. I agree with Brian. Yes. I believe New Jersey used to use Danish units over 100 years ago. Why not? Next thing you know, you're going to tell me that, like, Miami uses the British pound. Like, sure. Someone's going to be using rupees somewhere. Or rubles. Oh, man. Let's just get all of it. I'm sure there's some towns in Texas that might use pesos. Anyways, I know we're talking about currency there versus numbers, but I don't care. It's all meaningless to me. I can barely handle the U.S. currency as it is. When I travel to other countries, it's really a big pain in the butt. You think the NES one's out? It's not SNES, it's NES. NES Lego set. Let me see. Nintendo Entertainment System. Oh, it's out of stock, so it's sold out. $230, but it's sold out. That's on Lego.com though. Let's see where Nintendo Life said you could have bought it. Yeah, Lego.com is where you could have bought it, and it's sold out there. In the UK, is it sold out? Let's see here. It's back ordered right now, so it's sold out. So yeah, I guess the NES one is technically out, because back orders on the UK site say they'll be shipping on August 12th on back order. Those are the only two places. So yeah, the official Lego website. So it's sold out in the US, and in the UK it's sold out, but they have a back order date where you can get it though. So yeah, I guess the Lego NES one's available. Cool. India has rupees. Yep. Saroj Gazarain. I probably butchered that. Welcome to the stream, man. Clayton's Saint CR says, I can't say the chat because it's my girlfriend's birthday, but I wanted to stop in and say hi to continue my streak of live viewership. Well, hi. Thank you for stopping by. You're probably already gone, but thank you for being here. Japan used to use the shaku, which is like 1/3 of a meter and 11.3 inches. All right. Enough of these. You're Sonic Man the best. Are you just like the master of random facts? Just busted out a bunch of random factoids with units of measurement. Imagine if the Wii had the exact same unit sales as the Wii U back then. Would Nintendo go third party? Imagine if the Wii had the exact same sales as the Wii U. No, they would have just focused on their handhelds because the DS and 3DS still sold decently well. I definitely butchered it. Not even close. I'm really bad with names and pronunciations and enunciations and anything to do with reading. I can't read. Sonic Man the Best says, Kentucky has a highway in miles, but distance is listed in metric. Yeah. Let's go. So many random factoids. Are you just Google searching all this crap right now? I'm trying to give you credit for knowing stuff, and you're really just Googling. Ole, 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 ole. Everybody, I shouldn't say everybody likes potato olays. I like potato olays. Haven't had some in a long time, though. Ugh. Chat is really slowed down. I gotta figure out what my next video is gonna be. What should my next video be? Maybe I should ask the audience. What would you guys like to see me make a video on? What would you like to see me make a video on? Is there anything you'd like to see me make a video on today? Jin Turkey says, I wish Nintendo would patch the Switch to work as the gamepad for Wii U ports. If you have a Switch Lite, another Switch laying around. Yeah, they're not going to do that. It's a nice thought, but they're not going to do that. The name I can't pronounce says Nintendo had stock less than $1 back in 1964. Why would a couple of failures? Why would a couple? Yeah, plus they had like $9 billion in the bank when the Wii U tanked. Like they were not going to give up, even if they had a couple tanks in a row. The stream is missing some magic conch shell calls from the kids. The magic conch. No, I don't need my kids popping off right now. Anything and we'll watch. The Super Mario World 30th anniversary LG. What? ThinkCap says most wanted FPS games on Switch. Might work if I was a big FPS fan. That's not that I don't like FPS games. I just don't play a lot of them. You think that net worth was the same as revenue? Nope. Who the heck is Chaz? I understand just kidding. I don't even know who the heck is Chaz? Should I know who Chaz is? I mean, you're making a joke, so maybe I'm not supposed to know. Is it a YouTuber? Wait, something in Seattle? I honestly don't know what Chaz is. When I type it in, I'm just seeing a lot of Seattle something. Must be some area in Seattle. I have no idea. Not gonna talk about it though. Looks like it's political. Oh, it's IG, I guess. Okay. Looked like, I don't know. L's and I's always look the same. Well, not always, but to me, they always end up looking the same, roughly. Scruff McGruff. I got a text message. Sorry, it was Yulia. When she texted me, I took a little time to text back. There was Jake Paul. What happened? Oh, is that just a thing where like the FBI is like looking into his house because he had that party there, but they're just gonna hand out fines so nobody knows why the FBI is even bothering? Is that why he's trending? It was something dumb like that. Nintendo financials due tomorrow. I predict Switch above 60 million. Animal Crossing almost level with Smash as the second best-selling Switch game. I think Metroid 83 MG. Those are some pretty good predictions. Yeah, if the financials do come tonight, though, I won't be covering them tonight. It'll be in the morning. I'll be sleeping if they happen tonight. So that won't be like I'm thinking about a video. Like basically, when I'm done streaming, I'll start working on my next video to get it up later today. But I just have to figure out. Like I was wondering if there was any news out there, but I'm not seeing. The Pikmin 3 stuff seems to be the story of the day. I'm not seeing much other news, but I could be wrong. You know? I mean, there's always indie game news, of course. But in terms of like, some stories that people might care a lot about. Ooh, this is one. I don't know. I don't know how many people are going to care, but I could make this is a very interesting story about PlayStation 5. It's an interesting story. It has to do with the PlayStation 5 pricing. Apparently, the vice president of Blizzard has publicly stated that unfortunately, the public is not going to know the price of the PlayStation 5 for a long time. So, like, they might not be revealing that price for, like, till October. It's crazy. I told you, Microsoft are going back and forth with this whole pricing crap. Wii U is trending on Twitter because Pikmin was delisted. I guess I could... I feel like maybe I should make a follow-up video on... I'm going to make a follow-up video on the Wii U thing. Because... I don't know. Hi, Super Nintendo Chalmers. White Umbrella, jeez. Hope Xenoblade Definitive Edition cracked 1 million. Sometimes Nintendo announces games during financial meetings once in a while. They don't do major announcements typically. All right. Oh, might be hitting the end of the stream here. I mean, if they're being treat secretive about pricing, it has to benefit gamers, I would think. We'll see. We shall see. Urban Mist Pink Moscato. Man. We just put our last bit of money into the gas tank today, into the car. So like I was like, oh man, I should go super chat $1 to myself so I can do a shot, but I actually don't have that right now. Not till Saturday. No. You don't want me to end the stream? No. You can't end the stream. What are you doing? No ending the stream? Stream no endy. Blow out everyone's ears. It's okay, we'll follow that up with some sexy Nintendo ASMR. Today, Nintendo has announced Pikmin 3 Deluxe for Nintendo Switch, releasing on December 30th. It will include co-op for the entire mission mode. By the way, we're adding some new content in there as well to freshen the game up for all of you Pikmin newbies out there. Oh, and don't forget about bingo mode! Could Nintendo announce a game at the meeting tomorrow? Do you think that it's too close to today's? I don't think they're announcing anything game-wise. Now that's some high-quality H2O. I have a whole nother bottle ready to go. That's some high-quality H2O. December 30th, did I? I have no idea what I was talking about. I was too busy thinking about my voice. October 30th. Clearly October 30th. $10 Australiano from the 8th arc, which added up to 7. You know what? I'll bump you to Hypnotic. It's cool. Buy some gasoline. It's called petrol in Australia. It's called petrol in other countries as well. In the U.S., we just call it gasoline or gas. Need to get some gas. Well, in our new vehicle, it's a 25-gallon tank, so it's like $65-$70 right now to fill the whole damn tank. But it's okay. Cheers. So today has been insane with the announcement of things. What's been insane? What are you getting insane about? Ultimate Keymaster. What am I missing? What's so insane? Pikmin 3. Know all about that. But what's insane? Tell me. Tell me what's insane so I can understand it better and better and better. I need to understand what is so insane right before I lose my little membrane. Oh, the oil we get comes from Canada. Oh, Canada. That's as far as I know about the national anthem. Pikmin 3, Ren and Stimpy Revival, Street Fighter content. Oh. Ren and Stimpy Revival. What? I missed that. Ren and Stimpy Revival. Since when is that coming back? What? Yes! It's coming back to Comedy Central? Hell yeah, Ren and Stimpy, baby. God, that show was so inappropriate. And I watched it as a kid. We're excited to reinvent the iconic franchise with new creative. No one wants to hear about the ads. I literally closed as soon as the ads started playing. I'm like, nope. Cool. Ren and Stimpy coming back, Comedy Central. Sweet. The most insane thing would be Nintendo loving the word deluxe. Yeah, they use deluxe on all the Wii U ports at this point. And then if it's like older than Wii U, then it's got to be Definitive Edition. Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. Not to mention weirdly competitive Happy Small Battlefield last night. Nice. South Park's on Comedy Central. I know. Round and round we go. Where it stops on real. I do have to go eventually make dinner for my kids too. They're having tacos. Taco man. I want to be a taco man. Instead of Macho Man. Sounds like my kids are fighting. I don't think the babysitter's the babysitter might be a little overwhelmed. Then we're gonna have to call it there because I'm gonna have to go be a parent here for a little while. And then I'll come back with another video for you guys tonight. It's gonna be another Pikmin video, I think. But hopefully it'll be interesting. I don't know if it's gonna be negative. I don't know. We'll see what happens. It's just the day of Pikmin, so why not have one more of those videos come out? So I want to shout out the 8th Arc for the $20 Australian donation, Sarah at me for the $2 Canadian donation, and then Thark again for the $10 donation. I really appreciate that. You guys are awesome. You guys are real. Thank you for popping off, subscribing, all that jazz, chit-chatting, asking all the questions, all that jazz. I am pumped as all hell for the direction of the channel. Let's keep it going. Yeah, I got one more video for you guys today, and then hopefully I can keep up this streak of morning videos. I'm kind of liking getting a video out in the morning. So we'll see what happens. I don't have a planned video for the morning yet for tomorrow, but we'll see what happens for that. All right, guys, peace out. Catch you guys in the next stream video, whatever it happens to be.